The collective remnants from the Wright Brothers West Dayton, Ohio origins are compressed into a neighborhood and commercial stretch located within a declining sector of the city. The childhood home of Orville and Wilbur Wright is currently a vacant lot featuring a section of their original front porch, a concrete outline of the dimensions, and signage detailing the layout of the historical residence. Henry Ford purchased the actual house in 1936 and relocated the near entirety of the structure to Greenfield Village at the Henry Ford Museum outside of Detroit. Orville Wright was born in the original house during 1871, and Wilbur would die inside during 1912 at the age of 46. This residence became the conceptual cauldron where the brothers conceived their original vision behind manned flight. The site is only a block away from their commercial bicycle shop, which they rented, sold, and repaired equipment, while also managing a small printing operation. Their business enterprise would ultimately occupy 6 separate Dayton locations. This first commercial building has vanished, leaving only a gaping West 3rd Street parcel with descriptive historical signage. A few of the adjacent 3rd Avenue buildings have been renovated, but the overall impression suggests decay and deterioration. The peril perceived from this surrounding neighborhood discourages extended visits. The most visible remembrance within the sector is a public installation entitled 1905 Wright Flyer 3, created in May 2001 by sculptor Larry Godwin. This ambitious and large-scale work depicts the Wrights' 3rd flyer machine used to continue their flying experiments at Huffman Prairie, east of Dayton. That locale is currently within the confines of the Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. The pilot of the airborne flyer is Wilbur. A life-size bronze-casted Orville observes his brother from the ground nearby. Orville reputedly considered this 3rd prototype one of their most important. Together, they were able to manually steer and control their aircraft, eventually making human-piloted flights a reality. The actual Flyer 3 has been reconstructed and is on display inside the local Carolyn Historical Park. Their achievements elevated the brothers into international prominence. The construction of their Hawthorne Hill mansion became synonymous with their accomplishment of the American dream. Only one brother would enjoy the fruits of this completed residence in 1914. The estate name was derived from over 150 hawthorn trees existing on the site. True to his mechanical nature, Orville Wright designed some of the house's innovative features, including a water storage tank recycling rainwater and a central vacuum system. Wilbur Wright would die abruptly at the age of 45 in 1912. He contracted typhoid fever by consuming contaminated oysters at a Boston hotel. It was rumored that the oysters may have been obtained from waters polluted with sewage or unsanitary food handling practices. Upon the completion of Hawthorne Hill, Orville, his sister Catherine, and elderly father Bishop Milton Wright would reside there for 34 years, entertaining luminaries including Charles Lindbergh, Henry Ford, and Thomas Edison. Orville would never marry despite romantic entreaties by various wealthy and celebrated women. He claimed that he didn't have time for both a wife and an airplane. He would die from cardiac arrest on January 30th, 1948 in Dayton, and is buried locally at Woodland Cemetery in Arboretum. The National Cash Register Company, for use as a corporate guest house, purchased the mansion 8 months following his death. In March 2009, Hawthorne Hill became an important attraction of the Dayton Aviation Heritage Historical Park, offering public tours of the residence. The museum has on display the Dayton Flyer 3 airplane, providing fascinating, tangible insight into the initial stage of manned flight.